I claim no copyright for the video that I'm about to show for you all today, but I believe it's very important for you to see and hear this. Oh, exit that.
Okay, Dr. Linder, how soon after being exposed to dangerous amounts of radiation will someone experience symptoms typically?
If they get high doses, they may have nausea and vomiting in a couple of hours. Now you have to remember that nausea and vomiting can be a symptom of 1,000 different things, most of which have nothing to do with radiation. So nausea and vomiting alone is not sufficient to say that you've been exposed to radiation. But if you're in a setting where you have unexplained nausea and vomiting and a potential industrial or medical or some other sort of nuclear exposure to radiation, and you don't understand why you're having nausea or vomiting, you may want to go and tell someone and have them also check your white count to see if it's stable. If it's stable in the first 24 to 36 hours, you probably did not have any significant radiation exposure.
Everybody hear that? Hold on. Exit out of that.
Check your white count to see if it's stable. If it's stable in the first, and have them also check your white count to see if it's stable.
So that's all you need to do. They put 5G up, which is basically the main base of radiation. You have the doctors check your Y count, but in this case, you know a lot of these doctors are being paid off for the opposition. So basically, if we can get a hold of doctors who are willing to fight against this, who are willing to do checks of Y counts, that would basically expose that this is not a virus, but actually high exposures to radiation. I just want people to be able to process the information just for a little while, just to understand the magnitude of that, so they'll know what that really means. What that means is, if your Y count is unstable, that means that this is not a virus, but radiation causing these symptoms. The same symptoms that were, referenced around. And yes, it is understandable, like both vomiting and nausea. That's that could be listed under anything, because many different things have these symptoms laced under. But radiation can also cause these symptoms as well. Didn't they put 5G up? Haven't we been finding high amounts of radiation near the 5G? Hasn't these things been killing plants? I think so. I'm gonna end this video here. The next video I'm gonna do is gonna have several different foods that you can eat to detox yourself from exposure of non-ionized radiation. You may be wondering why detoxing yourself from this is so important. It's simple. This stuff absorbs into your body, but the food detoxifies it, therefore liberating your cells from it. I'm going to go ahead and tell you one of the things that you can eat to actually deal with that. And the common thing of that is seaweed, dried natural seaweed. If you start, you don't even have to cook it. You could just eat it dry, and that will detox radiation out of your body. But you need to be careful which brand you get and where that brand is coming from, because remember, they did have a nuclear plant explode a few years ago. They did get into the ocean, so be mindful of where you're getting your dried seaweed is coming from. But other than that, stay tuned for the next video, because that will have several different foods that you can use to detox yourself from radiation. This is MM. I'm over and out.